It's possible. Rewritten motivational speech. Take a second and think about something big you want in life. It could be a goal you're already working on. Maybe you've been knocked down. Maybe you face failure, setbacks, disappointment. Maybe you've already given up. But here's the truth. There are winners. There are losers. And there are people who just haven't learned how to win yet. They don't need a miracle. They need support, a shift in strategy, a spark. Sometimes all it takes is a different plan, the right insight, a little belief. So I want you to think of a goal that's real to you, something meaningful, something that lights a fire in your soul. Now, don't just say I can do it. Say this instead. It's possible. Say it again. It's possible. That small shift in language can change everything, because the way you live is shaped by what you believe. And most people, they live based on their past, what they've seen, what they've done, what they've failed at. But you must live based on vision, not memory. Picture yourself doing it, living it, becoming it. Ignore the voice in your head that says you can't. Ignore the doubt, because that voice is in truth its history. Before 1954, people believed no one could run a mile in under 4 minutes. Then Roger Bannister did it. And after that, over 20,000 others followed. Why? Because once it was proven possible, belief changed. So if anyone else has done something great, that's proof you can too. 2 men lost their jobs. One gave up, gave in, and shut down. The other kept searching, kept trying, even offered to work for free. Eventually, he was hired for a top position. The only difference, one saw failure, the other saw a possibility. And that's what you need to see for your dream. Life's gonna throw punches. I was fired from radio, my dream job, not once but twice. I felt lost. I had no idea what to do, but I pivoted. I evolved. I ran for office with no money, no support, and no clue what I was doing. But someone said, it's possible you could win. That's all I needed. I knocked on doors. I kept going, and I won. You have to stay focused. Be creative. Be relentless. Murphy's Law will show up. What can go wrong will go wrong. But don't stop. Don't break. Just adjust. Even when I had a big speaking opportunity lined up, and the woman who booked me passed away before the deal closed, I didn't quit. I found another way. I kept going, and eventually, I made it happen. So say this with me. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. You have to believe that. Now say, it's possible. I can achieve my dream. I can become what I was born to be. I can start that business, write that book, travel the world, start over, rebuild, bounce back. It's possible. And not only is it possible, it's necessary. You were born with greatness. Inside you, you were born with a purpose. And when you stop growing, when you stop challenging yourself, you settle, refuse to settle, refuse to accept life the way it is. Surround yourself with people who see what you see, people who are hungry, people who believe, because your dream is necessary, your purpose matters, and the world is waiting for you to bring it to life. When you finally say to yourself, I'm not going to settle for this. This can't be all there is to my life. I deserve more. That's when things begin to change. That mindset will push you to act. Too many people go to jobs they hate, complain about their lives, but do nothing to change it. I was talking to a friend who hated her job with a passion. I said, you can do better. You have more potential than even I did when I started. But the problem, her husband couldn't see it in her, and you need people in your life who can see it for you, especially when you can't see it for yourself. Negative, non-affirming relationships, they will crush your spirit. I told her husband, look, I'm not interfering in your marriage, but if you can't believe in her, at least don't tear her down. What if you're wrong? What if she really can do it? He didn't believe. He was comfortable, but I said to her, you won't be alone. I'll support you. You'll speak at my seminar, side by side with me. She said, really? I said, yes. 3 days later, I got a call from her husband. Tell Les Brown, Marion is dead. I was stunned. On my flight to her funeral, I found some of her papers mixed with mine. She was a powerful writer, and as I flipped through those pages, I found unfinished poems, uncompleted plays, powerful ideas she never brought to life, and it broke me. Those dreams, they were hers, and hers alone. No one else could bring them into the world. She was the vessel for those gifts, just like you are for yours. We're not just here to exist. We're here with purpose. Each of us is a channel for something the world needs. And as I read an article that day about people dying from what they're eating, I heard her voice whisper, less. More people are dying not from what they eat, but from what's eating them. Music's Wells life is going to hit you hard. You must develop self-respect, self-love, and self-worth, because the world is filled with negativity, and if you don't program yourself, life will program you. So ask yourself, where have you been? Why are you here? And where are you going? Are you living on purpose or just surviving? Are you taking action on your ideas, or have you settled? Are you surrounded by people who uplift you or drag you down? You didn't show up to this moment by accident. There's something you're supposed to get, something you're supposed to do. We don't live in a world where you can just work 40 years and retire. That world is gone. It's a new day. The party is over. You've got to be multi-skilled, multi-talented. You've got to use everything you've got. You don't even know what you're capable of yet. I started out as a trainer. Then I asked myself, can I speak? I tried and discovered I could. Then I asked, can I start a business? I tried and I did. Then I trained other speakers. I kept evolving. Because if you're only using a small part of your talent, you're selling yourself short. It's not just possible for you to succeed. It's necessary. But the key is you, not the economy, not the government. You. When I wanted to be on public television, they said, you can't. You don't have credentials. I said, thank you for sharing. And I went on my way, because what others think about your dream is none of your business. People without vision will always judge your dreams based on their own limits. But history isn't just read, it's written by people with imagination, applause, music. So I started asking questions, building relationships, seeking people who had done what I wanted to do, and I found them. They helped me rise. We all have energy, but sometimes you need to connect with new energy to reach the next level. And here I am. You want your dream? Then take full responsibility. No excuses, no surrender. Don't take rejection personally. Keep going. Say this to yourself every day. It's not over until I win. Say it again. It's not over until I win. That's the mindset. That's the commitment. You've got to own your purpose. Whether it's changing lives, building communities, protecting the planet, or just changing your life, it's you. Not just possible, not just necessary, but you are the one who must make it real. Working on a dream, trying to make a difference, or pushing yourself to learn something new and difficult. It's not easy, but here's what I've come to understand and deeply respect. It's hard. Easy is not an option. Life is hard. It's hard when you've worked at a job for 17 years and one day they tell you it's over and hand you a week's severance. It's hard when you're raising children and your partner suddenly dies. It's hard when you've invested everything you have, your time, your money, your heart, and it all falls apart. It's hard when you lose other people's money. It's hard when you're unemployed, broke, and borrowing money you can't pay back. And the shame, the way people look at you, that's hard too. But here's the thing. You may not understand why you're going through it while you're in it, but when you come out the other side, you'll see. You'll realize that pain taught you something. It prepared you. Ever look back at a struggle and say, now I get it? That's growth. Applause whatever you're facing. Don't run from it. Run toward it. Most people duck from difficulty. They want it easy, but easy come, easy go. If you want to change your life, you have to face hard things. You have to make tough decisions. Learn things you don't enjoy. Do the work you've avoided. Because if you don't, life will beat you down until you say, okay, I give up. I surrender. And then it'll ask again, ready to learn yet? So if it's hard, do it hard. How do you endure those hard times? You have to have faith. Faith in yourself, in your ideas, in your value, in your purpose. That faith gives you patience because success won't show up on your schedule. Life's going to throw curveballs. You'll be caught off guard. But with faith and patience, you stay the course. You keep moving. Keep planting seeds, even when nothing seems to be growing. Like the man who kept watering his field. Someone asked, what are you doing? He said, growing a Chinese bamboo tree. They laughed. 5 years, nothing shows above the soil. But in the 5th year, it breaks ground and in just weeks, grows 90 feet. People will ask you, how long have you been working on that dream? They'll point and laugh and say, that's all you've got to show. But if you keep going, one day they'll stop laughing and say, hey, I always knew you could do it. They weren't around during the hard times, when you couldn't make payroll, when the door's closed. But when the victory comes, it's sweet because the struggle made you stronger. The person you became in the process, that's the real reward. Applause, you'll walk differently, talk differently, because you didn't just survive life, you embraced it. It was hard, but you did it hard. So why do people push themselves through the pain? Why do people climb mountains just because they can? Why would Nelson Mandela sacrifice 26 years of his life? Because even though it's hard, it's worth it. Let me tell you a story. Back in high school, I tried out for the football team. Coach called me over. Brown, he said, you see that big guy? Knock him off the board and you make the team. That big guy, Larry Little, 12-year NFL veteran, All-Pro. Coach told him I'd been talking trash. Larry was fired up. I charged, and head first. When I woke up, I didn't even know what day it was. I said, y'all got any other positions? Like, announcer. Because to me, the pain wasn't worth it. But that's what you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? If it's your dream, if it's your passion, then yes, it's worth it. You want to sing? Then sing, even if no one listens, right? Even if no one publishes your book. Create, even if you don't yet know how. If it's in you, you do it. It's possible. But it's also necessary, and it's on you. No one is going to bring you your dream on a silver platter. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's worth it. Applause, people say, these kids today, it's tough raising them. You're right, it is. But peer pressure isn't new. I remember when I was a kid, a group of guys wanted me to help rob a store. I said no. One of them went anyway. The next day, we read in the paper he was shot and killed. So no, it's not easy guiding our youth. But we can't give up. We can't just say, this generation is lost. It's possible to reach them. We can reduce violence, reduce teen pregnancy, reduce dropouts. We can rebuild education to not only teach facts, but to teach life, how to think, how to value relationships, how to bounce back from adversity. Imagine if we gave our young people a curriculum of purpose, direction, and meaning, so they grow into assets, not liabilities. That's possible if we believe it, if we act on it, if we commit to it. We were born for such a time as this, and maybe, just maybe, one of you has the idea, the approach, or the vision that could change everything. We're facing serious challenges with our young people today, and whatever it takes to save our children, it's worth every effort. So now, that brings me to the final step. We must begin to look ahead, to envision the future, and know this: it is possible to achieve our dreams. Others have done it, and so can we. Yes, we failed many times, but others failed only to come back stronger and succeed. So yes, it's possible. If we truly want to reach our goals, it's necessary to surround ourselves with people who believe in the same vision. It's necessary to remove negative, do-nothing people from our lives. It's necessary to keep learning, growing, and developing ourselves. It's necessary to never give up. It comes down to us, you and me, taking responsibility for our lives, deciding that no matter what, we're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to find a way to win, or we'll create a way to make it happen. And yes, it's going to be hard. It won't be easy, but we'll do it anyway. We'll do it hard. And once we've made it through, we'll look back and realize it was worth it. And when you finally reach that moment, when you know it was worth it, you'll know it's done. It is done. There comes a point in your journey, like my friend who runs marathons, when you hit the wall. He says at the 18th mile, everything, and you was screaming to quit. Every muscle aches. Your mind says, I can't do it. But if you keep going, even in slow motion, something amazing happens. You break through. You find another gear, and suddenly you're gliding to the finish line. We've all had those moments when we were working on something we believed in. No one else saw it. We were ridiculed, opposed, doubted, but we kept going. It was tough, but it was worth it. And eventually, you get to a point where you say, nothing can stop me now. I'm on the move. I'm reminded of a dear friend, Jack Boland. He had a vision of church that met people's real needs, helping with addiction recovery and more. He brought in all kinds of speakers. Then one day, Jack was diagnosed with cancer. He told his congregation he would begin chemotherapy and was hopeful for remission, and for a year, he did well. But Jack always said, I want to have my funeral while I'm still alive. One day, he invited a few of us, Wayne Dyer, myself, and others. We didn't know why, Until the moment came, Jack stood before the church, weak, smiling, and brave. He told them the cancer was back, and he didn't have long. He asked us to say now what we would have said at his funeral. We were stunned. But Jack, he stood strong. He said, I accept the diagnosis, but I still believe in possibility. And if this is my time, I will enjoy every breath I have left. Even the chemotherapy, I'll enjoy that. Eventually, when his organs began failing, his family and church staff gathered by his hospital bed, unconscious at first. He woke up and said, thank you. You've been a great staff, a great family. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm ready. I'm looking forward to the next adventure. He closed his eyes. But an hour later, he woke up again and joked, this is embarrassing. I'm not dead yet, even in dying. Jack brought laughter. They said he wouldn't live to see the light of day on March 2nd. But Jack held on. He passed on March 4th. And we believe that even in death, Jack sent a message, March 4th. So, as you look to the future while others give up, while some feel powerless or grow negative, don't conform. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Believe. It's possible to save this generation, to create new industries, a new economy, to find a new profession, to build a new life. But it's not just possible, it's necessary. You must become a positive force in your life and in this world. And yes, it's you. It's me. It's all of us working together, building something better. And no, it won't be easy. But easy isn't the goal. If it's hard, we'll do it hard. Whatever it takes to turn defeat into victory. And know this, it's worth it. Once you truly understand that it's already done. So whatever your dream is, whatever it is you're reaching for, in the spirit of Jack Boland, I say, March 4th, this is Mamie Brown's baby boy, Leslie Calvin Brown, saying, it's been a plum-pleasing pleasure and a privilege. Thank you, thank you, thank you.